And good afternoon, everybody. Randy here for another live from 8 to 9. It's a very ticklish topic, a topic in which probably might warrant me going over a little bit in the 1 hour, but it is expected that you all will actually get, a real kick out of this one. Today we look at aquarium filtration. We talk about some in particular and the reasons why some are and the reason why some are actually selected. All right. Okay. So let's get into it. Blessings, blessings. Someone just stepped in a while ago. Appreciate it. All right. So every aquatic ecosystem requires an appropriate waste management system. Aquariums are not like let's say human system wherein it's they would actually have a waste management system exterior from the body, right? The human waste system is actually managed outside in a different environment than where we actually live. Consider aquatic life. Aquatic life would go on lunatic fringe. Nice to see you, boss. Enough respect. 89. Ready? I hope you participate and drop in your comments, your questions, your suggestions, your thought on the topic as we look at aquarium filtration. For those persons listening to me for the past 3 weeks, should have known that this topic would have been one of those topics that I'm actually investing heavily in, actually sharing a lot about. All right, so we're talking about managing aquatic waste, right? Now, unlike humans, as I said before, humans actually have a waste management system. Fish has to swim in their own mess for a long period of time, and if they actually swim within their own mess for too long of a period, according to your lunatic fringe, what you'll find is that they will get sick, and in turn well, Lunatic Friends, I did a video about fish and music, that was like probably about 2 years ago. And there's some school of thought that believe that aquatic creatures do have ears, and they do, use it very keenly in hunting. I am not sure if they do listen to music, right? But this is where we are at. All right. So in putting forward the whole argument as to preferred we call it aquarium filtration, the idea of filtering your aquarium, right, comes with several thought process, right? Many hobbyists within the aquatic arena will have different reasons as to the reason why they have actually chosen a particular type of filtration system for their aquarium. Here are just a few of the reasons why persons might choose a particular type of filtration system for their aquarium. One, the availability of the filtration mechanism. Two, the availability of uh, well, when I do change water, sometimes it's because my pond is like outside. My ponds are outside, right? So the music part will be like inside my house when I'm changing the water, or let's say my aquarium that you see behind me here. Yes, I will listen to a little bit of music, but not much. What about Max Fishroom? I need to send you an email about to do something for me, boss. I hope that you can do it. I'm gonna send you the email this evening, right? So you can take out fit when the streams end. Within the next probably about 55 minutes. I don't know what time zone you actually follow, but we follow the Eastern Standard Time, right? Probably you follow the Pacific Standard Time, PST. So that probably might be about roughly about 3 hours behind or something. Therefore, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, boss. Yeah, man, we see you, man, we see you. Okay, all right. Five, 6 reasons why persons tend to choose the different type of filtration system. One, the availability of the filtration system. Two, the replacement part. Right? You don't want to buy a filter system. Oh, 18 hours ahead. Okay, Max Fishroom. I hope that you will respond to my email positively. I'm going to be sending it shortly. Right? All right, cool. When I'm finished this, I'll share it with you. All right, so 6 reasons why people choose their aquarium filtration system. Hopefully, I just list them and then we can continue to deliberate about other issues. All right, one, as I said, filtration mechanism, whether or not it is available. Two, replacement parts. You don't want to buy a filtration system and whenever a part got worn out, you are unable to replace the part, right? Two, three, the expense, right? Some filtration systems are really expensive. Those persons tend to go with the cheaper model, the cheaper type of filtration system. All right. Um, the fish species. Now, it depends on the type of fish that you have. You need to employ different type of filtration system. For example, if you have heavy poopers, let's say like some cichlids like Oscar, or some other like fish like carps, like koi and goldfish, they tend to poop a lot. So therefore, you need some a filtration system that can actually manage all this waste, right? Also, yeah, the filtration system will also be dependent on the type of fish. Now, you would use let's say a power head, all right, a big, huge power head that sucks up the water and place it into a external a bucket filter to filter, let's say, some neon tetra, cardinal tetra, right, or some small other small type of fish, right? So the type of fish that you have will also determine the type of filtration system that you're gonna need. All right. Also, the space, meaning the aquarium space, the size. Now, remember, you're dealing with a large body of water. So you will need a filtration system that can cater, that can actually manage this large body of water. Trying to get it to be what I call fish safe as quick as possible. Now, the best aquarium filters are usually those which facilitate the 3 modes of filtration system. And for those persons in the fish keeping hobby, you should know the 3 modes, right? You have mechanical filtration, you have chemical filtration, and you have biological filtration. Now, if you're not actually providing these 3 type of filtration system within your aquarium, something is wanting and your fish is not loving it for that, right? Just having a pump circulating water in your aquarium, right? Like let's say a water feature doesn't necessarily suggest filtration. Hey, Joan Saldana, nice seeing you. Oh, San Diego. Oh, cool. Right now it is 13 minutes after 8 in Jamaica, and that is PM. So it's kind of dark here in Jamaica. I'm getting a little cool breeze. So a little bit, I'm going for the fan. It's kind of getting a little warm. All right. So sorry about that. I just went for the fan. No AC, fan, window, breeze, fanning. Yeah, that's what I use. Okay, so nice, John. Nice seeing you. We're talking about aquarium filtration system, and we're at the practical the 3 modalities in which your water should go through if you have an aquarium filtration. Well, if you have an aquarium, no matter how small the aquarium is, you should have these 3 chemical filtration, mechanical filtration, and biological filtration. We're going to talk about them in a little bit. All right. Now, just merely oxygenating your water doesn't mean that your fish is going to remain healthy. Because as I said at the beginning, right, your fish needs to live into a clean environment. Your fish actually poop and pee together, and this waste, you know, actually contributes to the amount of nitrates and nitrites within your aquarium, right? Which in turn, if it's not managed properly, right, if there's no beneficial bacteria, if there's no opportunity for beneficial bacteria to actually be give me a sec again. All right. I hope that you are actually seeing. I hope that everybody is okay. I'm seeing like I'm getting a little problem here. I don't know what's happening. Um, let me go on again. I'm actually using my phone so that I can read your text, and I am a little bit more in tune with what's being what is actually going on, so that I am not like slow in responding, right? Because I have modality of the laptop and my phone getting the messages. All right, so we're talking about. Let me put the microphone in my ears so that you can hear me. You can hear me well. Let me check everything. So everything is okay, doing good. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having a little connectivity issue. I think I need to run an Ethernet card around this side. 10 minus. Okay, wow. It is very cold under the fringe. Oh, sorry about that, boss. Okay. Signing off. Max Fish Room. I don't know what's happening. Are you actually seeing my stream? Everybody seeing my stream? I'm wondering if I'm having a problem here. Connectivity. I just want to know so as to ensure that everybody is good and that me talking, you're actually seeing and hearing what I'm saying, you know, and I can read your text. No. I haven't lunatic French. But what I asked you to do is just to send me a link to that channel. And or better yet, I visit your channel. Do you have a channel, Lunatic Fringe? If you have a channel, I visit your channel, I leave a comment, and you just give me that. I don't think the stream will allow you to put a link to that right now, but you can send me an email at Rally's World. Well, Rally World. Let me type it in. Let me type it in. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm gonna type in my email address. If you need to send me a link to something, Rally World at gmail.com. Right, so you can send me cool. Hey, hi Lily Beaumont, how are you doing? I hope everything is okay for you. I'm trying to speak your language. I hope that I'm not talking too fast for you. It's been a while since I've actually seen your videos, but I'll ensure that I go by and I check you. I just love that lady. I just love that lady. If you have not checked her out, check her out. She's very diligent in her speech. She's very, you know, on point with her fish keeping, you know, thing, and it's just looking cool. No, lunatic friends, I never knew. Okay, I just check it out. I just check it out when I'm finished. All right, so we're talking about the whole idea of filtration, right? Lily Beaumont, thanks for joining my stream. I know you would have laughed. Okay, all right. So we're talking about the whole idea of filtration, right? Filtration within your aquarium space or within your pond space is totally different from oxygenation, right? And oxygenation can be gained within your aquarium space by having water beating on the surface. However, filtration needs more effort, right? The overfiltration of aquariums and ponds are something that is really, bothersome to me. I've seen it where which persons have used, let's say, 100 GPH, a pump that pumps 100 GPH. That means 1,000 GPH. That means 1,000 gallons per hour is being pumped from that pump, water pump, submersible pump, to something. And sometimes it's like a fall, or sometimes it's like a water feature, and it actually just trickle down the rock and it enter back into the pond. Practically, there's no filtration, there's no mechanical filtration. Whilst you might be saying that yes, there's some sort of biological filtration, but there's really and truly no mechanical nor chemical filtration. We're gonna go into that a little bit. Just be with me. I prefer when my aquarium or my pond, the power head has a valve on it. So even if I have 1,000 GPH pump channeling water in my koi pond or in my goldfish pond, I can easily just gauge the water flow, letting the water flow being so, moderate into the pond, while the pond is actually being filtered probably through external box filter. Okay. I will slow down. I will slow down. uh, okay, boss. Yes, boss. Okay. All right. So I'll go slow. I am sorry about that, lunatic fringe. I will go slow, and I hope that those persons listening me will appreciate me going slow. All right. So we're talking about aquarium filtration. Aquarium filtration, as I said before at the start, you choose your aquarium filtration based on the expense, costing, whether per parts for the filtration mechanism, whether the availability, the species of fish, the size of the fish, and also the space, right? Also, you have persons confusing oxygenation of your fish tank. Hey, just okay, boss. All right, boss. Cool. Nice. Honestly, I don't know where that is, but okay. I appreciate you being here. 100%. I can't read. That looks like Russian, but I can't read it. Oh, but awesome having you here. I appreciate it. All right. So we're talking about aquarium filtration. Let's get to the meat of the matter because I've actually spent a lot of time. I've actually spent a lot of time going around talking about the same thing. So um to lay it out flat on the table, the oxygenation of your aquarium is totally different from your filtration of your aquarium. Coincidentally, filtering aquarium, you actually end up allowing your aquarium to have oxygen, right? Sufficient oxygen so the aquatic creatures can actually survive. Okay, Central Asia. Nice meeting you, my friend. I hope that this won't be the first and the last time, but you'll continue to be a part of my channel. Appreciate you being here. All right, I'm trying to get this camera. Okay, all right, I'm using my laptop. Hopefully I get some lighting and I get a camera that a little bit more the quality is a little bit better. But everything works out in time. All right, so that's for you to bear in mind that aquarium filtration and aquarium oxygenation, two different things. One, you're trying to oxygenate your water so that the fish can get enough oxygen to survive, to breathe, just like how we breathe air, right? You're trying to get enough oxygen in the water so that your fish can breathe air. Filtration is a process by which you actually go about cleaning the water using a mechanism where the water is filtered. Water goes through some mechanism to get both biological filtration, mechanical filtration, and chemical filtration. Now, you have probably about 10 or 12 different types of filtration mechanism. Yeah. and probably persons might can tell me others, right? But for now, I'm just gonna name you 8, right? 1, sponge filter. That is a common thing with a lot of aquariums. And if for those persons actually looking at my aquarium behind me, these are DIY built aquariums. They are actually, I think about 3 or 4 of them out of the, yeah, about 3 have sponge filters, while the rest of them have in-tank box filter, right? So in-tank box filter, sponge filter, some, hey, yeah, what, boss? Aquafunk Aquatics, nice seeing you, boss. Yes, I'm alive. Nice, boss. Respect. Right, we're talking about aquarium filtration. Are we trying to separate filtration from oxygenation? Right, oxygenation, the provision or the giving, allowing, having the opportunity for the fish to actually get oxygen through, anything in the water, oxygen supply. And this is done by, actually the water is actually being jerked, or should I say, a little plays on the top of the water. It also can be done as a result of plants. Okay, so we are at sponge filter is a type of filtration system. Some filter, some SUMPS, in-tank box filter, canister filter, external box filter, like what I have on my ponds, plants, and also soil. So we're gonna run through some of these, and we're gonna see how best they fit whatever type of system that you have. Now, every filtration system, right, has their own advantages and disadvantages. Let's look at a few. I can't guarantee that I will have enough time to look at everyone. So I'm just going to look at some that actually stands out. Now, first and foremost, as mentioned before, any filtration system which neglect the 3 modes of filtration system, which is chemical filtration, biological filtration, and mechanical filtration, is practically incomplete, right? And your fish is not loving you for it. Now, remember, an aquarium filtration aims to make void of any solids or dissolved components, right, within the aquarium water, which is considered, this is considered really harmful to the creatures that you have. Where you have snails, where you have shrimp, where you have fish, or person might just separate it and say fish or invertebrates. All right, okay, let me try to explain. Right now, aquarium filtration, 3 process. Right now, even when you have your hang on the back filtration system, or your sum, or your your sponge filter, it should offer the 3 modality, which is mechanical filtration. Now, mechanical filtration is the literal sifting of the water with probably a material that actually helps to catch the sediments that might be moving within the aquarium space, right? It siphons out the actual particles, right? The uneaten food, the very fine silt that exists within the pond or within the aquarium, right? That's mechanical filtration, right? Then you have what you call chemical filtration. Yes, I'm coming to that, Lily Boy Mart. Hang on the back filtration is one of the most popular filtration mechanisms used by a lot of aquarists, right? And there's a lot of pullbacks to that, but we get there, right? Yes. Um, yes, we do. Yes, lunatic fringe. We do get a lot of fish in Jamaica from West Africa, from the continent of Africa. On arrival in Jamaica, however, they are expensive. So what persons ship them in, and then they breed them in mass, and then they sell them. Like myself, I'm trying to get a stock of Embuma cichlids going. So I like that's a work in progress for probably the next 2 years, right? In addition to chemical filtration, right, there's what you call in addition to mechanical filtration, there's what you call chemical filtration. Now, a clear example of chemical filtration is when you use activated carbon. Now, activated carbon, it removes toxic substances such as airborne contaminants from water, okay, from water, Aquafunk says he only use sponge filter. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yes, they are lunatic fringe. Hey, just my fish wagwan. Ah, boss. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's true. And this is one of the problems that a lot of aquarists do have. The fact that some fish actually take a bite out of their filtration mechanism, right? And some aquarium, well, I'm gonna dig into that a little bit. Bear with me a little bit. All right, cool. All right, so as I talk about chemical filtration, now if you're gonna be using, let's say, activated carbon, whenever you're gonna medicate your fish, you are advised to remove the whatever is actually filtering your aquarium chemically, like a activated carbon, because what it will do, um it actually will keep the medication. As a matter of fact, the medication won't work, right? Also, if your fish is sick and you have a filtration system in play with chemical filtration, working very well, it's advised that you actually change out the entire if you had charcoal, activated charcoal in it, activated carbon, you actually throw away what you have in there and get new ones, because it's a chance that the bacteria that cause the illness might be just within that charcoal, that activated carbon. And at times it tends to, when it's not replaced, it tends to actually release the pathogen or the disease or the bacteria, whatever you call it, back into the water, causing issues. Oh yes, I did a feature, Lily Beaumont, where in which I looked at under gravel filter, and I got a lot of flack from that because a lot of persons disagree with me actually condemning that type of filtration system. But I get to the reason why in a bit, as I explain the reason why I don't think underground filtration system should actually be used within modern days aquatic display of aquariums. I live in the parish of Clarendon. Um, I don't know what to call it because I can't pronounce that name. All right. Let's call you well, I can't pronounce that word. Yes. No problem, boss. No problem. So, Saldana, respect. Okay, all right. So you have biological filtration system. Now, products encourage the growth of biological filtration system is like when you have plants within your system along with soil, right? This actually encourage the growth of special bacteria that actually controls the level of ammonia, nitrates, and actually convert nitrites really to harmless nitrate. That actually, it's a better part as far as as far as chemicals in your waste stuff in your aquarium, right? The fish can actually manage that for a bit longer, but without biological filtration, you can get biological filtration by actually using what you call biobars. Yeah, box filter. I will if Lil Bioma, if I was supposed to compare box filter versus underground filter, I would prefer to use box filter. And I share you in a bit why. But for the time being, let's look at sponge filter a bit. Aquafunk was saying something about sponge filter, right? Sponge filter. Hey, your besties here. Aquafunk. Jomunos, Aquamas. Alright, cool. Alright, so sponge filter typically consists of more than one, well, consists of little more than one an air pump attached. Well, it's just an air pump attached to a tube surrounded by a sponge, right? As water actually is sucked up through the intake tube, right? Solid waste particles are trapped in the pores of the sponge. So the water being returned to the tank is relatively clean. So it's like the sponge is acting like a sieve, right? So periodically you will actually take out, you remove the sponge, you rinse it out, and you actually place it back. And you are being advised by several individuals that are, well, several individuals, yeah, including myself at times, I think, right, to actually rinse your aquarium filtration system with fish safe water, right? This type of filtration system is available in many sizes, but to me, in a sense, it kind of look bulky. Sometimes it does really look untidy and it's very difficult to hide, right? Sponge filter is also it has limitation as to the type of fish that probably might be suited for this. For example, Aquafunk was sharing not too long ago that he has a sponge filter and the fish are actually taking a bite out of the sponge filter, right? So if you leave them in it for a bit, probably you might end up just seeing the tube and the sponge actually gone. Yes, yes, Lily Beaumont, yeah. Yeah, biome plus media. Yeah, the media, using the media is a good way of actually getting biological filtration, because what it does, it offers the opportunity for nitrifying bacteria or beneficial bacteria to actually do its work, right? And in doing its work, it's able to actually facilitate biological filtration, and it's good, it works harmoniously in making the water the fish safe. And I'm not saying that filtration actually eliminates the need for what you call for water change, right? It does not. But at the same time, it helps in actually maintaining a balance within the water, with the water column within your aquarium. Yes, I was just about to say that, Lily, that that sponge filter normally best. I wouldn't use a sponge filter as a standalone filtration system within a system, right? I would use it like as a backup. So I would have like two filtration system, probably a in tank filtration, a in tank, a in box, in the tank inbox filter box, in the box thingy, right? I cannot even lose him at, right? All right, so I would use the box filter along with the sponge filter within the aquarium. I wouldn't use the sponge filter alone. Probably Aquafunk might disagree with me on this, but but that's what I would do. Uh, just my fish. You are right, boss. The most frequent drawback of the sponge filter. Oh, by the way, sponge filter is cheap. Practically, if you're supposed to put all the six filtration system on a scale, sponge filter will probably be about number three or number four. Right? It's relatively cheap, right? Because you can actually get replacement sponge, right? So from getting having a problem with his fish actually tearing apart his sponge, he can actually get new sponge, firmer sponge that will prove a little bit more difficult for the fish to actually rip apart, because the older the sponge fish that actually exists in the aquarium is, the more easier it is to be torn by the fish itself, right? And some sponge filter have some little grooves in it, right? And I know that some cichlids, when they release the fries, the fries tend to hover a little bit into those grooves, trying to hide away from the larger fish, so as not to be eaten. Joe Munoz and my fish. Oh, you guys are so crazy. All right, okay, all right. So sponge filter provide excellent biological filtration. They fall short in this regard, right? Yeah, in a sense, they fall in order to take advantage of the benefits of sponge filter. Consider installing sponge filter only as a supplementary source as I said before, as a backup filtration system. So Lily Beaumont was on point and she said that she used it as a backup. However, I think Lily actually used, yes, fetus filter. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to check up that, my friend. Alright. Lily actually was on point, but I think Lily used underground filtration system, which I don't too fancy. Okay, let's look a little bit at subs. No, subs. SUMP filters are very large filters, right? No, these filters are capable of I've seen person using this type of filtration mechanism on an entire fish room. I mean, like they have the fish room with like 20 aquariums, and all aquariums are filtered using that sum, right? It can actually manage high volumes of water and processing very quickly. Yes, my friend from Central Asia, I would like to know what fetal filter means. Okay, that's nice, Lily. That's very nice. My friend from Central Asia, I would like to know, just as Funk had said, what is meant by fetal filter? I probably are going to have to look at that. I've never seen or heard of that one before. But you know, every day you learn, and I appreciate it if if some means of like when I do start to look at it that someone actually shared, I might, but for those persons who are familiar with it, probably they may find it a little bit easier in actually explaining what this type of filtration mechanism is all about. Okay, all right. So some have some issues. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna continue in the whole discussion. Yeah. Yeah. My son was just asking me something a while ago. See. All right. All right. Cool. All right. I'm sorry about that, Lily. Sponge filter with no air pump. All you have to do, Funk, is to do what you do best. Joe, for a moment, I thought that you were coming up with something that really have great value. All right, canister filter, and in comparison to canister filter and hang back filter, let's look at some. No, some, as I said before, can manage a great volume of water, a large body of water. Also, it is good for multiple tanks, right? Located all over the place. It's a box with gravel and plants. Okay, so it's something similar to like aquaponics, right? And then the water with the plants would actually be channeled back the into the okay. I understand. Funk, it's filter is something similar to aquaponics, but it's just plants. So the water will actually be some plants will be in a bucket or a container, all right, with gravel, and then now the water will be more than likely with a power head would actually take the water to that bucket with the plant, and the water then now will be rechanneled through the gravel with the plant. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah. So I was like on point. Yeah, that's true. So it's like aquaponics. That's a good idea. What my problem is with aquaponics. I tried it once, but it failed. And my problem is actually getting the right timing. Not allowing the water to actually rise too much that will actually get the roots rotten, rot. So my timing my problem is the timing with aquaponics. That's the reason why I have not actually I've gone on to share this idea. But I tried it. I cut out my containers. I did it. I had the stuff running, but the plant roots were just rotting, right? So it just never worked for me. I hang on the back, and canister filters can only handle a set volume of water. So when comparing sumps to, like, let's say canister or hang on the back, sumps can actually manage more water than they can, right? A sump, however, a sump is restricted by the size of piping and the capacity of the pump. Oh, fuck, you're not easy, you know. You know, so you're not easy. Yeah, Joe just stay away. Joe fire kind of out, and you know, you start him up again. All right. Also, when it comes down to flexibility, a sum is completely flexible. As the meter you choose, it can range from small gravel to bead, ceramic, floss, foam, almost any media they choose, right? It can also take activated carbons, heater, and other accessories. Now, sub, depending on the size you make it, the only caution here is that whatever media you choose, right, you use doesn't restrict the flow too much. So in a sense, a sub, you can actually manipulate a sub so as to match up to what you're actually doing. A canister, what you buy is what you get. Same with hang on the back filter. Now, efficiency. Now, when you talk about efficiency, just my fish. Chocolate games. Nice seeing you, my friend. Nice seeing you on the stream. All right, folk. I leave you. I guess you know you can manage them. All right, cool. Now, as far as efficiency is concerned, right? The sums, you control the media, so you control the efficiency of the filter. Now, one thing I've learned with sums, right, is that you can actually build them very easily, right? And it works very easily, and you can actually build it according to scale, according to what you want. You can actually build it, right? So I guess that's one of the reasons why it's considered to be flexible, and the volume of water that it can hold can match to what you're actually going to be using it for. Unlike a hang on the back filter, if a hang on the back filter says 10 gallons, it only can manage 10 gallons, right? If a canister says 50 gallons, it only can manage 50 gallons. But a sub, you can actually manipulate the sub so as to, by changing the piping, probably can even change the housing itself or the different compartments, and you can let it be able to manage the different volume of water that may exist. However, some you have a disadvantage. All right, you have several disadvantages. In it, I'm not really looking at the pros and the cons of sums. I'm just going through as much as possible, right, about the filtration system that persons choose, right? Oh, you are crazy, just my fish. Just my fish. I think that you're a little drunk, you know. You're a little bit drunk. And because you're kind of inhaling some of the scent from Joe Munoz, it's as if you're really stunted. You know, Joe Munoz is exercising and you're like, in his arm. I'm just messing with you guys. You know that I love you guys. All right, good. Now, the debate is on as to which filtration system is the best and which is the worst. Um, let's look at it a little bit. Now, what filter is the best? Now, Aquafunk says that you use sponge filter, right? Okay, boss. Okay. Aquafunk says that you use sponge filter, right? I use hang on the back filter, sponge filter, and also external DIY bucket filter, right? I use that on my ponds, right? When you consider the type of fish, you have to consider the type of filtration systems. Now, what are the pros and the cons to each? Now, what is the best specific tank setup? All of these you have to think about when actually installing a type of filtration system for your aquarium. Leave them on. These are my friends, and all of them are friends, and they're just at each other. So you don't pay them no mind. They are just calling out each other. Yeah, they're not serious in anything they're saying. They're just like, like when men just meet up and they get drunk and they walk in, going home, and they can't get a ride, so they just walk and they just get trouble. Yeah, that's just my fish for you. So just ignore them. Yeah, get a laugh. It's a Saturday night, so you're legal in getting a laugh and just getting some information as far as the discussion is concerned. Now, as far as filtration is concerned, right? As I said before at the beginning, that you should be careful as to why you choose your aquarium filtration system. You might be saying, okay, I saw Aquafunk use a canister filter on his fish keeping channel. I'm gonna try and get a canister filter. However, when you purchase that canister filter and you install it on one of your aquarium, let's say that you have 100 and you buy a canister filter to fit that 100, right? And later on you buy another set of aquariums, right? Probably two or three, right? Now you're gonna be have to thinking about getting more aquariums and aquarium filter, should I say? And you're gonna have to think about how you're gonna be doing this. And the canister filter is not that cheap, right? So you have to think about all that. Are you gonna build a sub so as to just put everything in one room and actually have a filtration mechanism so as to manage all that water and the waste? Ah, go at it, boss. Go at it. Yeah, canister filters are good. Yeah, canister filters are good. However, they are for everything. They are pullbacks. Just like for Just My Fish, you have pullbacks, and for Joe Munoz, you have pullback. Both of them are short, but you all, you all have some positives. Just My Fish have some really cool fish on display. If you look at his saltwater aquarium, it's awesome. It's really good, right? And Joe has a designer edge within his mind, and when he puts his thing together and he's actually displaying, he is like, you don't need words to explain what he's saying. But as I said before, both of them are short. Okay, around the power. What is the best species of emboomer cichlid for beginners? All right, I would say I would use probably based on my experience, right? Based on my experience in Jamaica, we don't have a whole host of array of emboomer cichlids as probably you would have, let's say, in Canada or in USA, right? You have probably 6 or 7 different type of emboomer cichlid species in Jamaica. But my favorite, and one I think a beginner probably could try at first is Mingano, right? Mingano, and it's hardy. And you know all the ratio, right? The ratio is 1 male to about 3 female. Male is usually dark in color. The female is usually lighter blue in color, right? The female, well, all Mingano have a horizontal stripe, and they must only have vertical stripe. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that. Okay. Aquapunk. Let's get back to what we are saying, man. All right, boss. So first, what are the most common type of filtration? No, the most common, the uncommon filtration system, underground filtration system. Uh, Underground filtration system to me is like poison in a water waiting to happen. The second type of filtration system that I think is like the most popular is what I call the handback power filter, right? And the final is commonly used the canister filter, right? Which mostly used by larger tank, that is canister filter. So you put a canister filter like on a 55 or 75, right? That would be more appropriate for a canister filter. Now, underwater gravel, or should I say under gravel filtration system. Now, Lily Bumor was actually alluding me to it. She was actually, saying something about it earlier on. So let's begin a little bit. Now, gravel filtration system usually consists of a system of 1 or 2 plates, all right, and the plates are actually they are rigged and are set under the gravel. When first setting up the tank, right, you put the under the plates flat on the aquarium glass, on the base of the glass, and then you put the gravel on it. Okay, around the power, I will also advise you to get a filtration system that can manage every heavy pooping, because although all cichlids poop a lot, but manganus poop a lot, and also they are aggressive. So I would advise you to get some cave, or you get some pipes, you glue them together, and you put them into the water space. I get a pipe of different size, right? So they are aggressive, and they probably might end up consume the fries if the fries actually swim too carelessly, right? It's nice to know that you are starting a 55-gallon aquarium, and I look forward to see that as it progresses. That is really cool, right? All right, cool. Chad Clutch, nice, 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 nice. Appreciate you being here, my friend. 100% love. Ari from Jamaica. All right, today we're talking about filtration. We're talking about the undergravel aquarium filter, right? Talk about the water. Sorry, talk about the filter plates actually being on the base of the glass, the glass at the bottom, and then you put the stones on it, right? The gravel on it, right? Now, what happened? How does this work? Yes, but you see, just my fit. Chad, ignore them. Let's continue with the presentation. All right, so with the undergravel filtration system, right? Which is on filtration system that coming from my days of aquarium, maintenance, keeping, all that. It was the undergravel, the sponge, and the box in tank box filter, right? That was the three main filtration system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just realized. I just realized, Chad. Okay, so the iron box and the undergravel water aquarium filter, gravel filter, is like two of the most common filter. In addition to the canister filter, right? And they are the canister filter, as I said before, used in larger tanks. Now, as far as the undergravel filter, right? The power head suck the water through the plate, and it actually, in a sense, it also creates a siphon, and it's like the gravel is actually pulling all the suspended material within the aquarium down into the gravel, right? The good thing about this is that the undergravel filtration system, it actually manages the floating of particles within the aquarium, right? The thing about it is that practically that is the only advantage. That is the only advantage. Oh, funky, easy, Yeah. Ah, okay. That's probably the only advantage, right? The thing is, with gravel, undergravel filtration system, it pulls down the particles, right? The debris that is freely flowing in the aquarium. That is about the only advantage. As I said before, the disadvantage is that um, it, 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 it it's as if all of the mess is actually within the aquarium itself, right? It's not like the hanger on the back where you can actually take out the cartridges and you can actually replace them. It's not like you can actually like the in tank box filter, not like you can take out the box filter. I can actually take out those things that is in it, like the stone, the gravel. Probably you might even have a plant in it, the sponge or whatever, or the siphoning cloth or whatever you call it, and rinse it out or replace it and place it back. The underground aquarium filter is like a cesspool that it only manages the waste in one section. So when you're actually managing that waste, you're gonna have to now siphon the entire gravel so as to get out all of that waste. So in a way, it kind of control the sightly, unsightly floating of debris in the aquarium, right? But in the long run, it doesn't do much because you're still gonna have to do a lot of work with siphoning out that aquarium with all that mess, right? It does not hold enough bacteria to sustain a full cycle and keep the decomposing waste and food particles from creating higher levels of ammonia. That is one of the problems that underground filtration system have, right? Okay, okay, okay. I can see that you are into cichlids, and I am loving that, my friend. I am loving that. I am loving that fringe. I can see that you're into the cichlids thing, and that's cool. That's very, very cool. All right. As far as the hang on the back filtration system is concerned. Oh, by the way, the underground filtration system, it doesn't offer the three modes of filtration. That is the mechanical. It doesn't offer all three. It doesn't offer the mechanical, the biological, and the chemical together, right? Because within an aquarium with only underground filtration system, what you'll find that the ammonia level will actually spike. So with an underground filtration system, you are being advised to use probably a sponge filter, right? With it, right? When you're actually cleaning that aquarium, you're gonna have more work on your hand than let's say that you're using a hanger on the back. Ah boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, all right, cool. Alright, alright. So the handbag power filter is the most common filter used for recreational aquarists. That means persons who just get an aquarium and just want to raise some fish. The handbag is like the favorite choice, right? It's accessible, it's clean, and it have many variations. You have persons that are well, companies that have made it so that it can actually facilitate easily the three modality of filtration, which is mechanical, biological, and chemical filtration. The most common quality hang on the back is made like by companies such as Whisper, Marineland, Aqua Clear. You know, these are large companies that actually makes hang on the back. Penguin, Empire, those, you know, these are really cool gears to have in within your aquarium space. Now, there are other options like Topfin, Aquatech, and various other brands. But these often include less media options. Now, the more media you have in your on the back, is the better the quality of the filter, well, of the filtration process, right? The more media mean the more beneficial bacteria. More beneficial bacteria mean the less what you call it now build up of ammonia within the aquarium space. Yes, and some persons really, some persons actually you place a little plant within the what you call it the some persons place plants within the let me highlight this here. Some persons place plants within the hang on the back filtration box, so they will like take out the top of the HOB and they will put like probably some pothos in it that will some potters that will actually run, and some of the time they actually direct it inside the water and actually manage the amount of nitrates that existing in the water, thus decreasing the volume of dangerous waste that might end up within the aquarium space. So it's like both of them actually sharing the plants and the fish actually having a symbiotic a relationship in which one actually caters for the other because the plants actually manage the waste and actually end up allowing the oxygen in it actually pass out to be used by the fish itself. So it's great to have aquatic plants in your filtration system. Okay, Aquafunk is saying it depends on the type of carbon funk. Um, if you use activated carbon, it can offer some means of chemical filtration. As you know that they have some stones, some special design stones. Well, should I say stones or sponge? That you actually place within the HOB. After a while, you actually remove it. What it does, it actually neutralizes the nitrites and nitrates within the aquarium that actually prevents it from becoming ammonia that will actually be harmful to your fish. Okay, Lily, you haven't used it since the 80s. Wow. You're actually dating yourself. Say that, boy. You're in this thing for a very, very long time. Now, using aqua bars like biomax and some other stuff, even gravel, fine gravel, within the space of the HOB. What I do sometimes is to actually place some material into some little bags and place it into the hang the back filtration system. So when I'm ready to change, I can actually just take out the bags and actually dispose of them and place new ones in the bags and use them. Okay, the final filter option would be the canister filter. Now, canister are usually used by large used in large aquariums, right? And I don't have much time. I think I'm gonna go over about probably about the next 10 minutes, and then that will be it, right? But I hope that this backyard flame. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. I do come to your channel, but it's just that I don't leave any comments. Yes, yes, yes. That's true. My friend. I will visit you again, boss, and I'll ensure that I leave a comment. Backyard flame. Boss, cool. Okay, hence the. Okay, cool. Lunatic Finch. I never knew that. I'm here looking at my phone for the thing. I'm just trying to keep in line with that. Yeah man, for real. Hey little loco, I got your email, bro. I got your email. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I got your email and I really appreciate it. I know that anything that you're saying is usually okay. So I'm not even look at it yet. I just said that I'm gonna jump on stream, I'm gonna talk, and then after I finish, I will probably, do some little thing and it will be up. Remember my new series on algae, just algae, will be starting February the 7th, and I have some really cool guests lined up in which they will share in different aspects of algae, different things about algae that you should know, right? Yes. So every filtration system that you may choose, it's very difficult for me to go through the pros and the cons within an hour 15 minutes, right? But every filtration system, it comes down to what I said at the beginning. The choice of your filtration system will hinge on six primary principles. One, the availability of the filtration mechanism. Two, the availability of replacement part. Three, the expense. I mean, I went to the pet shop a few months ago to check out a canister filter, right? And the cost of it was like checking it into US dollars. It's about probably about 250 US dollars for one, and it was a small one, right? And also you consider the fish species. Not every fish species you use every and any type of aquarium filtration mechanism on. So you have to look at that before you actually make your choice, right? Right? So also the fish size. You don't want to put a hand back filter, although they say that you can put some mesh or some stuff in it that can actually prevent the fish from swimming up. However, how useful would that be when the sediment, the particles are large and you want to get rid of the particles, that means the particles will be swimming in the aquarium like this. But because you don't want the fine fish to actually swim up, right, into the little thing that is down into the water, we put some sponge in it. It's like that's just making the whole system redundant, right? So depending on the type of fish you have, you'll actually install a filtration mechanism that is worthwhile installing. Also, the space. You want to put a canister filtration system on, let's say, a 20-gallon aquarium. It makes no sense, right? Canister filtration system to me would be for a system that have heavy poopers and have a huge volume of water, right? So a sum and a sum, SUMP, is for me it would be for a system that have heavy poopers, right? In wrapping up, I'm ending now, right? I cannot give you all the pros and the cons for every aquarium filtration system that there is. However, the underlying thing is that you should ensure that your filtration system for your aquarium actually facilitate mechanical filtration system, right? Mechanical filtration, not filtration systems. That's why I like published videos, these errors I would just cut out and all that. Anyway. So you have mechanical, chemical, and biological. If these three are actually facilitated, you won't have any problem filtering your aquarium properly. As the overall performance of a filtration system, right, should foster facilitate a stable aquarium space where which all creatures are comfortable and are not stressed. Plants also. Did you know that when your aquarium water is not at the correct water chemistry, pH, the column is water column is not reading in favor of the plant. The plant will probably end up get yellow, get brown, or probably just die. It depends on the type of fish that you have. You will actually install a filtration mechanism. One filtration system that I've not mentioned anything about is the fact that you have what I call soil. Now, soil or dirt, backyard dirt or soil, can act as an excellent choice of filtration for your aquarium. Now, soil within your aquarium space provides a wide area for beneficial bacteria to actually multiply. When this wide area allows for beneficial bacteria to multiply, it actually helps to manage the nitrites and the nitrates level within the aquarium space, thus limiting the extent in which ammonia exists within your water column, or should I say within your water space. Ah, ah, okay, cool. All right, so just my fish. I hear you. All right, so this is practically the wrap up for my stream for tonight. I will not be on live for the week. I will be on live next week Saturday night. So every Saturday night I'm on between 8 and 9 or somewhere near about there, right? Cool. I know that some persons like Saturday night football, some persons like to go out. Yeah, that's cool, no problem. I understand, but this is just a time in which I have. Now Sundays, a lot of persons have their stream on Sundays, and fair is fair. Everybody should get their space. During the week, persons have their stream, persons have work, and all that. Saturday night is just a time in which I have so as to share in my thing. All right. No, I know that for a lot of persons, yes, some. Okay. Just my fish is practically answering Lily. I don't think that Lily meant it in any disrespectful way. What she's trying to say is that with canister, it's it's less. I call it now. It's less labor in, well, to me, Frank, for lazy people, practically, yeah. In the sense that lazy, not in the sense that lazy you don't want to do anything, but lazy in that there's not much work for you to do with a canister other than just pull it down and wait. I don't know the intricate details as to how canister work. I'm not going to try to understand it because I can't afford it, so I'm not really looking that way. Right? It's just too expensive for me. Right? So I won't even go that way. Right? I would prefer to build a sub, some aquarium, and I think next week. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'm gonna be doing a video probably later on in the year where I probably might try to build a shop. I'm not sure how that one is going to work out. I have about 6 aquariums, and I am going to be. I'm not even going to fathom placing all of them on one system to be filtered, because what happens if that pump actually goes out, and that means I have 6 aquariums not being filtered because a pump goes out, and now not only the pump goes out, but chances are it might go out at a time where I am unable to actually replace it, right? Because pumps are not cheap, right? But when I have a air pump for each aquarium, should in case one go out, all I need to do is just to get a T and to actually practice the sharing between aquariums. One pump will always split in two, so therefore, for the time being, that continue until I can actually get a replacement, right? Okay. Cool. I like that. All right. So, this is the end of another stream. If you are not sure as to where you stand regarding your aquarium filtration system, hit me in the comment section below, where I will try my very best to help to explain or help you to understand um what's the underlying thing here I'm saying. Just remember this as I go, that when choosing your aquarium, you should ensure that you can, when choosing your aquarium filtration system, you should ensure that you can afford it. You should ensure that the fish that you're purchasing the filtration system for, the fish that will be in the aquarium, that it will do them justice, that they won't be stressed. Some persons, they actually have small aquarium, huge filtration system. And what happens is that they are thinking that they're doing the fish really good thing, by actually having a lot of water being bubbling up at the top, and the fish is there getting all this oxygen, so the fish is kind of healthy. But in a sense, having too much bubbly in a water, in a fish space, in a fish space, yeah, in a fish space, can actually cause the fish to stress. Uh, the fish might end up get sick. The fish might end up die because you have too much bubbly in the water. So you have to ensure all that. Also, the size of the fish determines the type of filtration system that you have. I know how my pockets stay. I know how my wallet stay. I know the amount of money I have to spend on an aquarium, right? So I'm gonna build an aquarium, and I'm gonna get the aquarium filtration that matches that. I'm not gonna try to put something there that I know I can't afford to maintain. What if a pump goes out? For example, in a sub, building sub, SUMP, chances are I might need 3 or 4 different power heads. What if one power head goes? If one power head goes, I might end up have a flooding within my fish room, or with my fish space, or wherever I am. So these things you have to contemplate. Having spears, having things to fall back on. You're planning to get rid of the sponge filter, but don't throw them out like they say in the garbage or all that. Put them aside, because you may never know that you might just install the hang on the back filter, where the hang on the back filter, the pump, the impeller might just cease to operate properly. So you might end up have a problem there, right? So it's a lot of issues that you have to consider when when thinking about having an aquarium filtration system that is appropriate for your system, right? Also, this also boils down to the size fish that you have, right? That is another factor. Each aquarium filtration system have its pros and its cons. The very worst aquarium filtration system. I'm sorry, Lily, but one of the worst aquarium filtration system one can ever actually install in their aquarium is under gravel aquarium filtration system, right? I will not place that in my system. I think I bought it once when I was like in my teenage years, and I was wondering when I was cleaning at one point in time, what is all this mess at the bottom? And then I did some little reading and I realized that all this mess is just practically all the sewage that has been collected as a result of the vacuum that was created with the air pump and all the stuff there. That it just pulled down everything. So therefore, it wasn't really cleaning. It was just actually giving you a good view, but the mess was actually there. So the filtration, yeah, yeah. So yes, Lily. I know. Remember, Lily, that you actually probably might. I'm sorry. I have gas. I'm sorry. I have gas. I'm sorry about that. Right. You might probably be able to access that very easily, randomly, within a pet store. You see wherever things are actually manufactured. And probably might say that they are not manufactured where you're at, but probably they might be a little bit more easier to get on the market. But where things like I'm living in Jamaica, right? In a developing country, and everything here practically other than the yam banana, yeah, is actually imported. So canister filtration system, it's gonna cost you a lot because it's just not made in Jamaica, so it's just gonna cost a lot. The import duties and the whole profit markup that each company who actually sell these product wants to make of these product is just so astronomical that probably a canister filter for like a 50 gallon probably might fetch in the range of Jamaican dollars now, not US dollars, might probably fetch in the range of probably roughly about 40 between 25 and $40,000, right? So it would probably take a dedicated fish keeper, probably like myself, that really want to purchase a canister filter from that pet shop. Right? It's really expensive, but I don't have that money to spend on a filtration system, so I'm not even looking at that way. But I'm just saying that I'm just talking about dedication wise, right? So not thinking that way. I prefer to have some hang on the box and some in-tank box filter. Probably sponge filter a little bit more sponge filter. That's it. I be okay, all right? And the larger stock of fish outside with the external box filter with the big power head in the water, pumping the water, straight it through gravel and sponge, and probably a little plant in it. That's how I do it. Well, this is the end of my stream tonight. I appreciate all for being here. I appreciate you for sharing your barbs, Just My Fish and Joe, and Aquafunk, right? And also your experience, Lily Beaumont, Chad, and the gentleman from Central Asia, and others that I might miss. I apologize. But thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Join me next week, Saturday night, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock ish for my next stream. No live stream in the morning this week. Totally rest. I can get a little bit more sleep to prepare for my classes at 8:10 each morning. Yeah, it really was a lot of work. Catch you next time. Peace out. One love. Yeah, on the gravel field. Yeah, everybody have their own experiences, but based on my experience, it's just by the way, Lily, is it that you had underwater gravel filtration system only, or is it that you had under gravel filtration system plus another filtration system within your aquarium throughout that period of time? Probably you might not. Anyway, I think No, boss, no, boss, not 60 million, but it's gonna be a pretty amount. We don't have salt water. Well, saltwater aquariums are not like there in Jamaica. Might have their private collection, but not like in a pet store in which you can go and can buy some nice saltwater aquarium fish. So like some Nemo looking fish or some some nice colorful saltwater fish. No, you're not going to get that in Jamaica. Just purely fresh water, right? And unless you go and catch the saltwater fish yourself and actually start something, but you're not going to really have anything to care for the saltwater aquarium. So it's like you're not going to really work that way, there, right? Um, remember, we're in a country where it's only the important things really get publicized. So unless somebody really invest heavily in this fish keeping, breeding, trading thing, which looks at both salt water and fresh water, that's the only time that you will probably see, well, I will see saltwater fish being sold within aquarium. Once it's a pet shop in Jamaica, it says fresh water, no salt water. See you, Lily. I appreciate you being here. Love your company. Bless up. Boss, cool. Yeah, respect. Ah, respect. Oh, I'm gonna cook and eat my Oscar. Oh, I'm still live. Bye, guys. Cool.